Hi guys, it's Morgan, and today I'm going to be talking about the book Never Fade, the second book in the Darkest Minds trilogy by Alexandra Bracken. Now, if you haven't read Never Fade and don't want to be spoiled, stop watching the video now, go read the book, and then come back. Or if you don't care about being spoiled, keep watching. Also, if you haven't read the first book, The Darkest Minds, you should read that before you read Never Fade. And I have a review of The Darkest Minds on my channel if you haven't watched it yet. You can either watch that before you watch this review, or after you watch this review. With that said, here's my review of Never Fade by Alexandra Bracken. Since the book starts off with Ruby on a mission for the League, and the first book ended with her staying with the League, it makes me wonder how much time has passed between the two books, since it's pretty clear this isn't Ruby's first mission. When Ruby first saw Prisoner 27, the way it was described made me think that it was Liam, and I was thinking, great, Liam can get to know Ruby all over again, this will be great. And then it's revealed that it's not Liam, it's his older brother Cole. I could understand why Ruby decided there needed to be distance when she first met Jude, Vita, and Nico. She's had the experience of getting close to people and knows how hard it is when she decides to leave them. When Rob was mad because Ruby disobeyed his orders in their mission to rescue Cole, I thought it was surprising that Cole stood up for Ruby and said that since Ruby got him out, why should she be in trouble? Even though it was a nice thing of Cole to do, I still like Liam better than Cole. I felt really sorry for Jude when his friend Blake came back in a body bag. And I felt even more sorry for him when he, Ruby, and Nico saw on the tape that Blake's death wasn't an accident. He was killed by Jarvan. When Ruby was talking to Cole and found out that the cause of the Psy disease is on the missing flash drive, it made me really curious to find out what the cause was. And since Liam has the flash drive, it means that Ruby will have to see him again to get it. It was such a badass moment when Ruby told Rob that she knows that he killed the kids that he was supposed to bring to the League in the first book, The Darkest Minds. And it was also really badass when she told him that he better hope he doesn't find her, because if he does, what she'll do to him would be worse than a bullet through the skull. I was glad when Ruby told Jude that they were going to find Liam because he has the flash drive. But I also understood why she didn't tell Jude that she had erased herself from Liam's memory. She was worried that Jude will think that she would do the same thing to him. When Vita found Ruby and Jude, I was wondering if she was going to take them back to the League or if they were going to explain the situation to her and she was going to come with them. I did not expect Jude to knock her out. And I also thought it was sweet that Ruby was telling Jude that he did the right thing. I felt sorry for Jude and Vita when Jude told Ruby that they used to be in Child Protective Services and Kate was their caseworker. Jude was surprised that Ruby didn't know, but to be fair, she never really asked. I thought it was sweet how Andy helped Ruby and Jude, and I also thought it was sweet how the woman who Ruby made get them train tickets wrote "Stay safe" on the tickets. It just goes to show that not all the adults hate the kids. There are some adults that want to help them. I could understand the reaction that Chubbs had when he found out that Ruby had erased herself from Liam's memory. I mean, he thought that Ruby and Liam were going to be together forever. And the last time that Ruby saw Chubbs, he had been shot. So the fact that Liam and Ruby were together was probably the only good thing he had to think of. And to find out that that wasn't even true had to be really hard. It was a really big twist when Vita found them again and told them that she wasn't there to take them back to the League. She was there to help them. I don't think anyone saw that coming. I certainly didn't. I thought it was pretty impressive that Chubbs was able to get the Psy agents to think that he was a slip tracer and that he was taking Ruby in. I mean, that could have ended very badly, but it worked out well. I liked that Ruby finally told Jude and Vita everything she had been through before joining the League. And I also thought it was sweet that Jude said that he was sorry, since Ruby thought that once he knew the truth, he wouldn't be able to look at her. I could understand why Chubb said that he would never forgive Ruby if she went back to the League after they found Liam and got the flash drive. And to be honest, if I was Chubbs, I wouldn't forgive Ruby either. When Ruby thought that Vita had betrayed them, I was thinking that too, so I was pretty surprised when it was revealed that she was sending a message to Kate, and that Cole and Kate made the plan together to get Ruby to go find Liam and get the flash drive. I wanted to yell at Ruby when it looked like she was going to leave Chubbs and go find Liam with Vita and Jude, so I was really happy when she went back to get Chubbs. The only bad thing about that, though, is that when they got back to the spot where Ruby had left Vita and Jude, they discovered that they had been taken. When Ruby asked the boy where they took Jude and Vita, and he told her that they took them to the Slip Kid, I, like Ruby, thought that we were going to see Clancy again. So I was really surprised when it was revealed that it wasn't Clancy, but someone pretending to be the Slip Kid, Knox. I felt so bad for Ruby when she saw the state that Liam was in and was regretting making him forget her. I never thought I could hate someone as much as I hate Clancy, but I was wrong. I also hate Knox. I thought it was sweet when Vita told Ruby to try and stop convincing herself that she's alone and that she'll be her backup. But I also thought it was kind of funny when Vita told Ruby that if they had to fight each other for the initiation, she was still going to kick Ruby's ass. I loved it when Ruby took control over Knox and made him apologize to all the kids, and also made him confess that he wasn't the Slip Kid, and also made him tell all the kids that he would trade kids to the PSF agents. Just goes to show how powerful Ruby's become. When Liam started to talk about Zoo and Walmart, I was thinking, he's starting to remember, and I was really hoping that he would remember Ruby right at that moment, but he did not. When Ruby went with the group to get supplies, I thought it was way too easy that they were just able to go into the place where the supplies was, and Ruby was thinking that too. And then Michael and his group show up, and the Psy agents show up, and Ruby's able to escape them, but gets separated from her group. When Rob came to get Ruby, I was thinking, oh no, this is not good. And I was really hoping she would figure out a way to escape. And when she made Rob see the kids that he had killed in the car with him, it made me think of how far Ruby's come with her powers. In the first book, she was scared to use her powers, and now she's not. Even though after what she did ended up killing Rob, she compared herself to Clancy. When Liam was yelling at Chubbs because he was helping Ruby, Vita, and Jude after finding out they were in the League, I just wanted to yell at him and be like, please remember! And then he called Ruby Green, which is what he used to call her, and it made me think, the memories are there, he just needs to put them together. I really liked when Vita told Ruby that she's not alone and she has people with her, not because she's forcing them to be with her, because they want to be with her. I really like how Ruby and Vita's relationship really grew during the course of this book. I was so happy when after Liam and Ruby kissed, Liam remembered her, and he remembered everything, including Ruby making him forget who she was, which made him leave. And then you hear the gunshot, and when that gunshot happened, I was thinking, no, Liam can't die. Not right when he remembers Ruby. And luckily he didn't. But it also made me think that since he remembers her, if there's any way that Ruby can get her parents and Sam to remember her too. When Ruby and Vita were looking at the chatter that Vita was using to communicate with Kate, but she felt like something was off, they had a feeling that it might not be Kate who they were talking to, and they were right. It was Clancy. Figures we'd see this jerk again. When Clancy revealed that his source in the League was Nico, I was pretty shocked. I never thought Nico would be working with Clancy. It was a pretty big reveal when Ruby found out that Cole was a red. I mean, he shouldn't be any color. He's older than them, so the disease that gave them the abilities shouldn't have affected him. And then he tells Ruby to not tell Liam, and she says she won't. And that just made me be like, stop keeping secrets from Liam. It was definitely a shock when they were watching the TV and they saw a kid shoot President Gray. I mean, I didn't expect that to happen. And then everything went crazy. It was so sad when Jude died. I mean, he's so innocent. And I felt really bad for Ruby because she blamed herself. When they read the paper about President Gray being alive and how he blamed the Children's League for everything that he did, it made me think that even though President Gray and Clancy don't get along, both father and son are horrible people. When Clancy revealed that he had burned the cure that his mother created, which would have taken away all their abilities and that no one will be able to find the research, and then Ruby showed him that she had the research, it made me think, in your face, Clancy. Thanks for watching the video, guys. If you read Never Fade, let me know in the comments what you thought about it. Bye.